It was. All right. We're going to talk about the Amazing Spider-Man today. So, Spider-Man, created in 1962 by Steve Ditko and Stan Lee in the Amazing Fantasy series. Originally got his own comic book in 1963. In 2002, there was a Spider-Man movie started by him, about him, and which went into 3 different movies, and then now in 2012 they started another Amazing Spider-Man series. So Spider-Man, originally he's a nerdy little kid that gets bitten by a radioactive spider, and he obtains his powers, which are strength and agility, proportional to that of a spider. He also develops the abilities to stick to walls with his hands and feet, and he develops a spider sense that gives him a greatly increased intuition, and this really aids his other abilities such as strength, agility, or his web slinging. And speaking of the web slinging, his most iconic power isn't really a power at all. Peter, being a nerd at heart, was able to actually build his web bracelets with a multipolymer compound that he had previously been studying before he had acquired his powers. So, looking at the Spider-Man movies, a lot of people ask, like, why are there 2 different Spider-Man series? Well, the answer to that can be traced back to the comic books, and that's just because a number of storylines have been created for Spider-Man, and these movies are just simply different interpretations of Spider-Man's vast history. You get the first original Spider-Man movies in 2002 that depict a nerdy Spider-Man that acquires his powers in college and has a relationship with Mary Jane, who actually comes later in Peter's life in the comic book series. And then in The Amazing Spider-Man in 2012, you have a younger, funnier Spider-Man who holds a little bit more true to the attitude of the comic book character itself, who has a love interest named Gwen Stacy, who is actually his original first love interest, rather than Mary Jane being his first love interest as depicted in the first Spider-Man movies. Where we see Spider-Man, these newest Amazing Spider-Man movies going, is that they're expanding a lot into the villains that are coming in, and it looks like with the new villains we're having that we're going to get to see a lot more of that side of the Spider-Man story, because you have 3 of the Sinister Six movie members in the next movie, and that's just a big group that Spider-Man's always fighting. But from here we see that the Spider-Man franchise could end up covering like a large portion of the Spider-Man story that Marvel's never been able to produce into movies, and I think that might be interesting and provide prolonged enjoyment for fans.